to another episode of the G Show podcast. I am G1 and this is the Godzilla Block Party. We are in Comic Con weekend, ladies and gentlemen. It is here, Comic Con weekend. There are a ton of things happening, and one important particular thing is Toho has a Godzilla booth at Comic Con. They're doing all types of crazy stuff. I'm loving it. I really am. But before we get into all that, of course, let me introduce you to my co-host on the Godzilla Block Party. My right hand when it comes to Godzilla on the G Show, that is Chase Megsy G73, my brother. What's up?
Nah, man, you know what they say, another day, another disaster.
Man, listen, that's true. That's because we live in the legendary universe, and there seems to be Titans popping up every single time you turn around. Dude, all right. Comic-Con's in full swing. Well, yeah, it kind of is as of this, as of y'all listening to this, Comic-Con is in full swing. As of this recording, Comic-Con has just officially started. No sign of any Godzilla vs. Kong trailer just yet. Eyes peeled, looking. A couple of other trailers dropped, though. It Chapter 2 was pretty good. What else dropped? James Silent Bob reboot actually made me laugh. And Top Gun Maverick. Hooray for that. Oh, boy. I got no wanting to see that movie. But that's not what this podcast is about. This podcast is about Godzilla.
And the movie Cats.
What do you mean Cats? Like Cats, the Broadway musical is coming up?
That was the one they are talking about. The movie Cats. And it looks terrifying. Just because it just looks not like horrific as in scary. It just looks, there's like people and they're cats and...
No, wait, time out. You're talking about Cats from Broadway is becoming a live-action movie right now?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Dude, I gotta look at that trailer now. I gotta say, growing up in New York City, you would see a commercial for Cats all the time, especially if you grew up in New York City in the 70s and 80s, like I did. Cats was on television all the time, the damn commercial for Cats, and then it went away. And then, I don't know, like maybe 10 years ago, maybe a little less than that, they made a triumphant return, but now they're coming out in the movies? Yeah. I wish it was Thundercats, I'll tell you that much, damn it. But, I digress. Comic-Con is in full swing. Toho does have a booth over there. We're going to get into that. I want to point something out, though. Because Comic-Con is in full swing, whatever, I went on the Monarch website. And, yeah, Godzilla's hanging out near Australia. he's not even around San Diego. Godzilla's just, like, chilling off the coast of Australia. So, I'm like, does that mean we're not going to get a Godzilla vs. Kong trailer? Or maybe he can go underneath the, in the hollow earth and pop up in San Diego in a matter of hours? I don't know. Chase, man, what do you think about that? Do you think we're going to get this trailer, or you think they're going to sit on it?
The rumors were for the 19th anyways, and today's the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't think... I honestly, I'm going to come out and say it right now. Godzilla vs. Kong is going to get pushed, so we're not going to see it in March, even though they said it is. We're going to get an announcement shortly that it's getting redone. I do believe the post about it coming out in March was damage control. And I think we aren't going to see anything until probably next year. I think we'll see it in the fall sometime next year, and that means Godzilla vs. Kong will have an appearance at next year's Comic-Con, not this year. Honestly, that's how I'm seeing this all unfold. If I'm wrong, then everything points to August 31st, and if I'm wrong about that, then I don't know, but I just don't think it's a smart idea with anything Godzilla vs. Kong right now.
What do you mean? Wait. What do you mean everything points to August 31st? A release date for next year or a trailer?
August 31st is a rumoring that we will get a trailer, and it's just what everyone's kind of talking about in the scheme of things. But I'm not holding my breath on it. I just think at this point, Godzilla versus Kong kind of needs to lay low I just feel, I personally feel like Godzilla versus Kong, if it made any appearance right now, nobody would fucking care. Nobody would care but the Godzilla fans. And that's just how I feel, the sad degree of it. There's just too much going on, and Godzilla right now is needing to heal. And I think we aren't going to see anything, and I'm just going to be honest, this is how I see it coming out. But if the rumors are true, August 31st we get a trailer, or sometime in August, then cool. But the other rumor is that it's in November. So this is the thing, that's just all rumors. But how I feel in my gut is that we aren't going to get anything. And so, yeah, it's kind of bitterness, but I'm a little bit relieved that we haven't seen anything for Godzilla versus Kong. So, I'm not going to expect to see anything at Comic Con. This Godzilla booth is what we're getting. This is all about Toho coming out and being like, look, this is what we're here for, this is what we're doing, and this is our schedule and our itinerary for the next couple of years. Because they're doing a lot right now. And I think that's all we're getting. Godzilla versus Kong is needing some rethoughts, and I'm not too happy about it, but I just think that's just the reality of it, whether we want to admit it or not.
Hey, man, listen, I'm not even mad at you for saying that. I actually appreciate you saying that because you make a lot of valid points. Godzilla is hurt. Does need time to nurture, and let's not make no mistake about it. It technically did not do what Legendary thought it was going to do. And yeah, that statement that came out, I agree. Maybe that was damage control, and now they're trying to rethink their line of attack. You know what I mean? Like, just the way they're going to proceed with what they're doing and what they're going to give us. Because I'm pretty sure, without them saying it, that there were more movies than just, these 4 films. I'm pretty sure they had up their sleeve, all right, if these are successful, we're going to drop a line of movies. We're just going to make a big, giant monsterverse. And just have them here in the corner hanging out. They don't have to compete with the likes of Marvel or, Harry Potter's or whatever else is coming out. Whatever big franchises are happening now, Fast and Furious. Just have this little offshoot in the corner. Escapism at its finest, at its purest, at its funnest. But yeah, dude, I do kind of agree with you. Not getting a trailer this year at Comic Con, I don't think it would suck. I mean, as a fan, yeah, I do want to see something, I like really do. But then I totally can see where you're coming from and understand what if they are going back to the drawing board. My thing is this, though. They already spent a lot of money on this franchise in general. They spent a lot of money going and filming the movie. Now, as far as how much of the special effects are done, I don't think there's a lot. I think if they were going to drop a trailer, they have just enough for a teaser trailer. But as far as the human drama goes, that is filmed. That movie's in the can. And the scary thing is, if people weren't reacting to Godzilla King of the Monsters, human element, the way they thought maybe they should, Legendary, that being Legendary, and let's say Godzilla vs. Kong is just as absurd, then maybe they are trying to take a step back. But that, to me, would sink the franchise. In that case, to me personally, why bleed money? Just not even bring this movie out. And yes, we set it up. But if they're going to try to reshoot a movie after they already filmed all the human elements, they got to get everybody back on this, everybody back. They got to make sure the schedules line up, because you don't know what projects these actors are on to the next. You know what I mean? That's hard. So I don't think they're going to redo the movie. If they don't come out with the movie, I wouldn't be surprised. If that's what they're fearful of. If they're afraid of, damn, we're gonna sink a buck. And let's be for real here. King of the Monsters was $270 million. And that was just the budget. That wasn't even what they did to promote.
No, King of the Monsters was 170.
That's what I wanted to say, 170. My bad. I don't know where the 2 came from. If it was 170 million on the budget, and then that's before, the promotions, what does Godzilla versus Kong come out? Because it's got to be a little bit more than that. You're looking at 210 to 215. And maybe they're afraid that, oh my God, we lost a little bit of money here. A little bit. They lost a lot. They recouped, but they didn't get what they thought they were going to get, because here's the thing. This is crazy. I don't mean to use Disney as a reference here, but a comparison. But Disney puts out a movie, all right? Let's say you put out Avengers Infinity War, and that movie makes $2 billion. It's crazy. It steamrolls over everything. Now, it didn't cost $2 billion to make. It cost, let's say it cost $300 million to make. I don't know if that's true or not, but let's give it a high number. $300 million to make Infinity War, but it made $2 billion back. That means they made their money and more, and some, where they can actually finance and funnel money into other projects. So now they come out with, let's say, Dumbo. And Dumbo doesn't do nothing, right? Doesn't matter, because they already got the X amount of billions. They already made all their money that they lost making Dumbo. It didn't matter. They were playing with house money while making Dumbo. Legendary doesn't have the house money right now. Legendary does not have the house money. They are there with what they came in with, and they're at the table like, yo. And do they call the audience's bluff? Because let's be for real here. We're going. Us G fans are going to be there. Opening night, tickets in hand. Let's go. But we've seen the fiasco that happened this past event, this past movie, this past May. King of the Monsters did not do what the executives thought, what Legendary thought. It didn't perform. We loved it. We had fun with it. It made its money. China's still keeping it going, but they're not playing. They're not playing with house money anymore. It's out of their pocket, and that's a scary situation. So I agree with you. I don't think they're going back to the drawing board. They can't redo the movie because there's too many variables that are out of place right now, right? But fixing some of the monster action, they can absolutely do, because that's just simple computer technician shit. You just get in the computer and do it. So if they don't show nothing at Comic Con, I won't be upset. I'd be a little upset because I want to see something, but I'm not going to cry about it, right? Whatever. August 31st makes sense because of our next topic we're going to talk about. It makes sense in the time frame there. But I've been harping on, why can't Legendary give Godzilla its proper due respect on Godzilla's birthday? And this year's the 65th anniversary, so if you're going to do it, drop it there. Now, granted, you got Kong in the middle. I think it would have been better for King of the Monsters to have dropped a trailer last year on his birthday. But I digress. We got it at Comic Con. Maybe we don't get nothing for Comic Con this year. But August 31st, that's cool. November 3rd. That's even that Godzilla's birthday weekend, that's where I dropped the trailer. Because honestly, at this point in time, Legendary, if you're listening, and I'm pretty sure you're not, but if you are, at this point in time, you're just catering to us Godzilla fans. The general population have conked out. They've conked out. They clocked out. They went home. They're not interested. And that's a damn shame, but it's the truth. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact that's eating me up. It's a fact that's eating my brother Chase up. It's a fact. So if they're going that route, brother, then I totally do agree with what you said. If they're going that route, I agree. They need to take a step back, take the foot off the gas, break a little bit, and take their time, because slow and steady still wins the race.
Well, if I'm right and my gut is correct and it is what I feel it is, I do think it's smart, because right now, with how Godzilla is sitting in the water, no one, like I said, no one cares. Just the Godzilla fans do, and the people that like King of the Monsters are probably going to be mildly interested. But if you wait and you not necessarily reshoot the movie. You don't have to reshoot the movie, but you do enough visual effects and you make sure that what you have shot is worth, and maybe the scenes that you feel like don't fit, then reshoot. Like that, to me, that's a better outcome. I think you wait and you show it off at Comic Con next year if you wanted to show something. Let's say Godzilla waits that long. Godzilla vs. Kong waits that long. I feel like what Legendary is trying to do is they're trying to save their franchise. And I think that's what Warner Brothers is also trying to do. Because Warner Brothers still has a big play in this. And look, Warner Brothers tried to save the DC universe, and it's getting there. And regardless of what Shazam made, but they're going to try and save Godzilla. You know, regardless of how anybody wants to say it, regardless if you feel like their movies weren't going to happen, Warner Brothers and Legendary, they're going to try everything they can to make sure that their franchise that they have is still going to be viable, because that's not an investment they planned on. So I just feel like Legendary and Warner Brothers are going to wait. They're going to wait till they have an opening. They're going to take it, and they're going to listen to the feedback that they got from King of the Monsters, and maybe they're going to readdress things. So I feel like Comic-Con next year, Comic-Con 2020, we will get Godzilla vs. Kong trailer. And then sometime in August, September, not August, but September, October, November, one of those months, then we'll see Godzilla vs. Kong. That's how I see it, but I mean, who knows? Worst case scenario, I'm wrong. Godzilla vs. Kong comes out, and I mean, I wouldn't know if it's the best case scenario is I'm wrong. Godzilla vs. Kong trailer comes out soon, and then when Godzilla vs. Kong comes out, because Kong's in it, the general audience and Godzilla fans just fucking go for it, and it makes its money, and it makes the franchise viable.
I like that idea. That's
the worst case scenario is that Godzilla vs. Kong comes out with a trailer. It gets hype because you know it's probably going to look awesome when it comes out, especially for us Godzilla fans.
Oh, yeah.
But you know the reception of the movie is people are going to be like, okay. They're either going to be excited or they're either going to be partially excited or not excited at all. You're going to have to show a trailer that is breaking computer screens and mobile screens for everybody to be completely on board for Godzilla vs. Kong and ensure its box office dominance. And that's just the sad truth that I feel is coming with Godzilla vs. Kong. Now, I don't think by any means that it's not the public that's the issue. I honestly, and we were talking about this, I do feel like John Campea was right in what he said about the hype for Godzilla vs. Kong. I mean, Godzilla King of the Monsters being a factor that, you know, the trailers came out and looked amazing, and then just over the time they fleshed out so many trailers that people just lost the interest for it. I do think that could be a main factor.
Oh, you remember when I said that second trailer was all we needed? That was the best trailer I've ever seen for any movie. Like, and I'm not even saying that as a Godzilla fan. I'm saying that as a movie fan.
Since January, when after that second trailer came out, there were just TV spots after TV spots on every 3 weeks.
Yep. And it was overkill. It was oversaturation, overkill, and that does... And again, I tell you, man, on one hand, my boy was like, oh my God, you see this? And I'm like, no, I'm not, because I don't want to look at it, and it ruins the movie for me. I've been watching trailers now that I've seen the movie several times, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't watch this shit, because the damn trailers give away the movie. So, not for nothing, I totally agree with you. I like the idea of Godzilla vs. Kong getting pushed back to like in November of next year, and we get a trailer at next year's Comic Con. I think that would be actually a great idea. Like you said, giving it time to mold, mature, figuring out, like you said, blocking in terms of editing the movie. Does this work? What we've shot, does it work? Can we take what we shot and switch it around to make it work better? Because we can just add the CG stuff. We can just add the monsters in later, and that'll work. So, dude, I kind of
and look, I'm sure as a lot of us, you you included. I'm on the wagon on what secures my franchise to have a life. I don't want Godzilla versus Kong to be the last one and that's the end of it. I want Godzilla to have a Hollywood presence that it deserves. And so I want Legendary and Warner Brothers to do whatever it is that they have to do to make that happen. So that's where I stand on it.
I agree.
You know?
If we can get a version of Godzilla that is kind of like Super Sentai and Power Rangers, where you have a series come out in Japan, and then maybe 2 years later, that series gets translated into English. And I'm not saying that for Toho making Godzilla movies in Japan and then we're bringing them out and dubbing them. I'm saying Toho does their thing, Legendary does their thing, and in every 2 years we get a new Godzilla movie. I'm perfectly fine with that. Or a monster movie that's in the same kind of a universe.
And here's another thing brought up, and this can be a perfect segue into the topic of Toho and their internet presence now. But I was thinking about it. Toho decided that it is time for them to make a stand and make Godzilla's presence more known. If Legendary makes Godzilla vs. Kong and it ends after Godzilla vs. Kong, with what Toho's wanting to do, it's kind of a miss. It's kind of like, well, what's the point of us having this big American presence now with no more American movies?
Yeah.
The American audience and the audience are trying to gravitate towards isn't going to care. With that note, we're back to how we were in just regular Japan, when Japan, and then segueing it to the States. To me, it's a big financial issue if Godzilla vs. Kong is the last one. And I think Toho is also playing in the hands of being like, we need you guys to make sure the American franchise is viable. And I think there's a lot of more hands at play here than just what Legendary wants to do.
Yeah. I agree with that. Dude, I totally agree with that, man. Damn, it's hard to even like think about, like, yes, Toho now, like you said, all of a sudden now you want to come into this, worldwide. I'm not even gonna say American branding of Godzilla, because they want a worldwide branded thing, branded worldwide, which makes sense. Godzilla is a worldwide icon. No matter what anybody says, people understand who Godzilla is, whether they like it or not. They've heard the name, right? And yes, if Godzilla vs. Kong is not a financial success and does not continue a monsterverse, and Toho is now standing there with their bags at the door, but everything's shut down, it's like, well, did we wait too long? And did we go back to the drawing board? So
that's an awkward relationship ending.
Very.
That's an awkward breakup.
to coin a phrase that might make some people happy and some people not so happy, make Godzilla great again. And I don't mean that in a negative way, because I enjoyed King of the Monsters, but I like 2014's version better. Don't get me wrong. You can send all the hate you want my way. Godzilla, King of the Monsters was an awesome, epic slugfest. I enjoy Godzilla much better, 2014. But it's up to Toho. Let's be for real here. Toho knows how to make a Godzilla movie. It's their thing. And all they got to do is just come out with one, and not one that's people are decisive with, like Shin Godzilla, for instance. With divisive, with, I don't like this movie, and I love this movie. You don't know what you're talking about. No, you don't know what you're talking about. All right, and then we fight. When you think of something like, let's say, Return of Godzilla, people don't like it, but the general consensus is that's a decent Godzilla movie. That's a really good Godzilla movie. I think it's my favorite, to be honest. I use that as an example. But that was Toho, like, doing their thing, like showcasing what Suitmation's about, what model effects is about, like all of that stuff. And I'm not saying it's the greatest story, because it's really not. But just having the characters, like, I felt for each and every one of them. You know what I'm saying? I really did. Maki comes in. He tells the sister. He tells Naoko. He says, "Yo, your brother's alive. I saved his ass. he's here. I'm sick of these people trying to keep that from you. And she's like, oh my God, thank you so much, Maki. He's like, you got it, girl. And she runs, and then he's there taking pictures like he was a sucker. He was a scumbag. That was crazy. I love that stuff. There's nothing like that in these movies now. You know? There's nothing. I think Katagiri might have been the last foil like that, because he was just an asshole in Godzilla 2000. You know what I mean? Everything else after that, they just became like anime almost. Like, you look at the Kiru movies, right? You had that one guy who didn't like the main character, and then at the end of the day, that guy is on board, just like a regular anime. He's like, oh, you are my rival. I can't stand you. And then at the end, we fight together to the death. It's shit like that. Legendary hasn't done anything like that. I mean, say what you want about Ford Brody. That might be the closest one, because people hate Ford Brody. And I'm just like, it's a guy doing his job. He's a military dude. Duty first, right? But I'm not even going to open that can of worms. But in this one, it was like, well, is it Vera Farmiga? Is it her character? You know? I mean, she technically is. She wants to do the right thing.
Anymore because she got barbecued.
And then she got was she barbecued or was she atomized, bro? There's a difference. So
she is vaporized.
You want a little pink in it, you know? You know what? You don't want the dust and ash.
She asked Scotty to beam her up, and she's just gone.
That's it. But anyway, I ran off on a tangent. Make Godzilla great again. Come on, we can do it. We know it's out there. It's not hard to make a good Godzilla movie. People laugh and scoff at Godzilla movies because they're like, oh, it's just a bunch of giant monsters beating each other up. It's not really like that. There's more to it. I mean, granted, that's what we're here for, but there's more to it when you peel back the layers. That's all I'm saying. Peel back the layers, and maybe, see, and again, this is why I like 2014. It didn't feel like your traditional Godzilla movie, and then it became a traditional Godzilla movie. I was looking for death and destruction, and what I got was superhero. And I'm like, what? Well, mindfuck. In very small spurts, I get it, people. I understand. I hear your complaints. There wasn't enough Godzilla. Go look at some of the earlier Godzilla movies, though, that Toho made, and it's just about the same amount of screen time, if not less. That's all I'm saying.
Just another thing too is make sure you Legendary. Make sure you honor the Godzilla awards that it's been nominated for. That was announced today too, because that's the main thing on making Godzilla great again. I mean, you guys got 4 nominations from awards today for the Saturn Awards and stuff.
For King of the Monsters,
I think you guys need to keep that up.
I didn't know that. Wait. King of the Monsters got 4 nominations for Saturn Awards?
Yeah, the Storm Saturn Awards, and the fans can vote, but the Monsterverse is nominated for 4 awards. One is Best Fantasy Film Release, Best Performance by Young Actor, which is Millie Bobby Brown, and the Best Film that was released, and then also Best Special Visual Effects. 4 nominations.
I'm not going to even say nothing about any of that stuff. All I'm going to say is go Godzilla. That's it. Let's jump out of this topic. I feel like we've been dragging the poor King of the Monsters through the mud, and I don't like that, because I want to now bring them back to the forefront. Ladies and gentlemen, holy crap, yesterday or Tuesday, it was earlier this week, it was announced that Godzilla King of the Monsters is coming home video. It's coming home. We get it. And a lot sooner than we thought. Maybe some of y'all thought. I kind of predicted an August release. I'm just saying. But I would never, ever, ever have guessed it would have been this early in August on a VOD platform. And that is August 6th. Godzilla's going to be on digital August 6th. Are you kidding me? I'm buying it. I got G 2014. I got Star Wars Episode 7. I didn't like The Last Jedi. I bought those movies as soon as I could. As soon as they were available, I didn't care what format it was bought. So VOD it is. It will be bought August 6th. I also will have my pre-order 4K ready to go. By the way, and I know this is techno mumbo jumbo that honestly I don't even understand, but I saw a little article, I think it was on Forbes, and it was like Godzilla, King of the Monsters will be the first 4K release by Warner Brothers Media to incorporate 4K HD 10 plus and Dolby Surround or Dolby something, which I guess makes it look better. So if you got the TVs and all the stuff and the connections and you buy the 4K, it's going to look absolutely amazing on your television. Probably better than most theater screens, except for that Dolby Cinema, because god damn it, that shit was, whoo, Godzilla was in there. But yeah, I'm excited as shit. So Godzilla comes out VOD August 6th, and then we gotta wait till the end of the month, which kind of goes back to what we were talking about a little bit ago. The physical media, the discs, they come out on the 27th of August. So, brother, let me ask you, you excited to get your hands on Godzilla a lot earlier than we anticipated?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of thought it would have been the end of August. It just felt like the end of August was kind of what was going on. But the August 27th is also my friend's birthday, so I told him I'm jealous because he gets it on his birthday. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for it. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to buy it digitally because I just don't know, like, if I'll have the money to buy it digitally. And also, if I buy a hard copy, there's a chance that it gets a free digital code anyways.
Right.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I mean, I wish it was a little bit sooner. I mean, I wish it was like middle of August, but I mean, that's just a couple more weeks away. You know, I'm not upset about it. I'm excited just because I get to finally watch it back to back.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm excited for all the bonus footage and like deleted scenes and all the goodies that are going to come with it.
I'm excited because that's the week I actually go back to work again. I've said it millions of times. I work at a school out here in the West, and schools end in May. Literally, my job, my school ended a week before Godzilla came out, so it was perfect. So I didn't have to take any time off because I was off. And now, Godzilla comes out the week I go back to work, but 2 days before, and I'm going to buy it, and I'm going to watch it that Tuesday. I'm going to watch it that Wednesday. I'm going to get up and watch a little bit before I go to work. When I come back, I'm going to watch it some more. I don't care. And then, of course, I'm going to buy the physical media. And yeah, I can't afford it either, but I'm just going to do it anyway. That's it. Because I'm a psychopath. And I want to see it. And I want to see it through proper channels. Let me tell you, there's easier ways right now to watch Godzilla King of the Monsters that you don't have to pay for. I don't condone it, so I don't do it. I'm not saying that... and I'm going to leave it at that. That's all I'm saying. I just won't do it. So I'm excited that in about 3 weeks I get to watch Godzilla in my house. You know, legit. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And then in a couple of weeks after that, I get to put it on my shelf with the rest of my movies. I'm excited for that because I do love like my physical media. I really do.
I'm just excited that there's going to be deleted scenes because we haven't gotten deleted scenes in any of the really MonsterVerse releases.
I was going to ask you about that. That was where I was going right now, so I'm glad you brought it up. What do you hope for in terms of deleted scenes? I don't know if you've read anything beforehand, prior to any of this, but just like, if you did and you saw something that was interesting, let me know what it was. Tell me what it was. Or if you did, what do you hope for?
I want to know if there's any other scenes with the monsters in it that we haven't gotten. Mike Doherty was talking about how Godzilla originally was going to be about 3 hours long, but it dragged. And so he cut it to be about 2 hours and 11 minutes. And so I'm interested to see what scenes, because also that it's about 6 to 8 deleted scenes.
Oh, wow.
How long are the scenes? And also, that just means there's still scenes out there that haven't been put in this DVD collection. So I'm a little bit kind of upset too, because I'm like, just give us all the footage. Why not? Just give us everything. So I'm interested, but I'm interested to see if there's any scenes with the monsters we haven't seen. I'm wanting to know if they're going to incorporate the alternate ending that you're talking about with going under the girls singing the Mothra egg.
Oh yeah.
I want to know if they'll incorporate that. I would like to see maybe some other things deleted. Like maybe some stuff with Millie Bobby Brown's character. Because we definitely didn't see that scene where she sends out a message to Monarch. So that's going to be interesting to see. I'm interested to see a whole bunch of stuff like that. But I'm also interested to just see if there's any other bonus footage, because I'd love to see like storyboards. I would love to see I want to see the making of King of the Monsters.
Yeah, definitely.
Those things I love watching. When I bought this really cool collector's edition of Jurassic Park, and it came with all 3 of the movies, and it's a Blu-ray. It's a German exclusive, and it has these deleted scenes in it and the making of. And I just love listening to Spielberg talk about his vision, and he's very inspiring. And I would love to hear Mike Dougherty's thoughts too. Because I watched 2014's making of, and Gareth Edwards made me see, made me see that movie in a whole nother light. And so I would love to see what Mike Dougherty has to say and everything. And, I just like seeing that stuff.
No, I agree. I'm looking forward to that stuff too, honestly. I hope that they don't have deleted scenes like Godzilla 2014 did, which was nothing. And I like Ford Brody, but it was just like Ford Brody looking one way and then Ford Brody looking another way. Come on, man. That's not a deleted scene. Come on. That was cut from the movie for a reason. Ugh.
Or the Akira Takarada scene that we never saw.
That pissed me off too, yep.
Like, why? Well, you should have had that. If you wanted some, fan Easter egg, other than the Mothra aquarium, you could have had that. But I also want to know, what collector's editions are coming out, too, because and I think that's one of the things that may be announced at Comic Con, maybe, is, editions of it. They may talk about, maybe editions that come with, statues. They may talk about, the Target exclusive, if it gets one,
I was going to ask you about that. I was like, do you think we're going to get any type of exclusives from these things? Because that's a big thing nowadays. You get your Steelbook one here, or you get the one with the art book here. What do you think?
Yeah, especially Target. Target does that the most. But, it's upsetting because, the Steelbook looks really cool, but the Steelbook doesn't have anything worthwhile about. So that's the one thing that's been kind of bummer about Steelbooks lately. I like Steelbooks, but I wish that they had a little bit more to their dollar value. Mm. I remember when I used to get Steelbooks, and they would come with posters, and they would come with sound effects or holographic things. Something worthwhile, or exclusive bonus footage we never saw. I want to feel like if I buy something top tier of this movie, I want to get something top tier and exclusive.
Yeah, I hear that.
Because why would I buy a Blu-ray, or a better example, why would I buy a Steelbook opposed to the DVD when it's going to have the same stuff? Just the only thing I'm really paying for is video quality. Pretty much everyone's going to do. But if I really want to buy a Steelbook, there's got to be something in the Steelbook that I want.
I agree. One of the things that I really want, and for this home release, I want a freaking menu screen that's interactive. That's not just some bland ass, stupid little circle dot things that have nothing to do with anything. It's just there. It's like a template. I want some interactivity. You did a bang-up job with Monarch Science's little app thing. Do something like that. Do something like if you click play movie and then maybe lines go up.
I probably could have programmed and developed a better menu screen than Cons in 2014.
Dead serious, bro. It drove me mad when Sony released the Heisei and Millennium series like that. Dude, you go back to the classic media Godzilla movies that they brought out for Showa, and those were cool as they were. They like newspaper clippings.
Or Godzilla 2000s.
The Sony one?
Yeah, the Sony one.
The one that just released like in this batch? I don't remember. I gotta look at that.
No. Years ago.
The
like when I
original,
was a
like
kid,
the first home release.
Like when it first came out,
Right.
the DVD menu I have for my Godzilla 2000 is Godzilla Rampage. They're showing the beginning Rampage scene where he's in the city. And, like, there's, like, buildings on the side, and when you click on it, there's missiles that get shot at the things you're clicking on.
Oh, come on. See, that's so dope. See, that is above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? I love that. Because, I mean, look at the Biollante Miramax release. Yeah, it's a simple thing, but it's like the Biollante Rose is the marker. You move that around, and it's just playing the movie in the back with the music playing. That's cool. It's not just this static image of the wrong Godzilla, first off. You know, just standing there when you're looking at those Sony releases, gets me so mad all the time. Or the static, you know, just give me a good menu. That's all I'm asking. You know, I don't even care about the deleted scenes anymore. I just want a really nice interactive menu to feast my eyes on. And just to say, you put some effort into this. You could have took some of that promotional, you know, take Godzilla off of the Dubai Tower and put it into the DVD menu. That's all I'm saying.
Well, better yet, just give us the director's cut of King of the Monsters. If you really want to please us fans, give us that.
Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't even be mad. I am looking forward to, and even if there's small scenes, I would love to see newer monsters, like you said. I want to see, oh my God, the one that was, oh my God, Makembe Mbembe. I want to see that. I want to see their interpretation of that instead of reading it in the book. I got to look at the damn art book again because I don't even think they show him. They might, but I don't think it was like fleshed out. So we probably won't get that because if it wasn't
that would be cool
out,
if they had like a bestiary and it showed all of the monsters and stuff like that.
Dude, that's awesome! And I don't want to say a Pokédex, but it sounds like a Pokédex. Oh.
Yeah, man, like that would be cool.
That actually would be. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. I mean, again, just follow what you did with the Monarch Sciences website, that app. Just follow suit to that because that's pretty much what it was. You clicked on the Outpost and they would give you their rundown. And then when the movie came out and they were out and a lot about, they gave you everything. Yeah, I would love something like that, man. Give us some cool features outside of, you know, deleted sequences, deleted scenes, and commentary or the making of, which I am looking forward to absolutely. But like, give us some like you said, a Monarch Files. Give us the Monarch Files, man. Give us the goddamn. I've been waiting for the Monarch Files for I don't know how long. It was teased in 2014. That was nothing. Give us some legit Monarch Files right now. We have built up a roster. There's no way you can't tell me.
I miss when DVDs used to have like bonus features like that.
Yeah.
You know, nowadays you don't get stuff like that.
You don't get nothing. It's so bare bone minimum, and it's annoying at times because again, like you were talking about, I'm gonna buy this SteelRay, you know, Blu-ray, the Steelbook Blu-ray, and I'm just gonna get this bare bone shit. It's not right, you know. I guess I can't say it's not right. We're shelling out the money for it. That's on us. But don't jip us, bro. That's all I'm saying. Don't jip us. Come on. Give us something. If I'm going to spend $40 on a movie, which I'm not, but if I was, come on, man. Hook me up.
I bought the Target exclusive for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And that had more bonus footage stuff than the Steelbook that came out. And it came with a little mini art book. And to me, and it was also cheaper. To me, like, that's worth buying more than me buying a Steelbook, you know? Yeah. And I could care less if I had a Steelbook. Steelbooks, to me, only pique my interest so far. You know, I know Sean Kelly, a guy who's been on our podcast time to time, he loves Steelbooks. That's what he thinks. He's a Steelbook collector. And nothing wrong with that, but I'm all about bonus footage. I'm about, like, what is inside my Steelbook. What is in my DVD that I'm going to pay attention to? Like, I have the bonus edition to Alien vs. Predator. And Alien vs. Predator's bonus edition has, like, tons and tons of footage and an extended early 5 minutes of the movie that has Predator coming and attacking people before the movie sets off, and it has all this extended stuff, and I want that in movies again.
Yeah,
you know?
I do too. Well, we'll see what happens, because I doubt that that's going to be on the which is crazy. I doubt that's going to be on the on-demand release, the VOD release. Even though my Godzilla, and that's the crazy thing, my 2014 and even my Star Wars, my Episode 7, you bought it. If you bought it VOD, it gave you whatever special features was on the disc. And the only reason why I know that is because then I also bought the disc for both of those movies. Star Wars, I bought it 3 times. Shh, don't say nothing. But so I'm looking forward to it. I'm anticipating it, but I do agree. I would love for them to have something more. Give me a reason to buy the physical media. I'm going to buy the digital one anyway, just so I can watch it early. But give me a reason to buy the physical media. For somebody that is not going to buy the VOD and probably not, give us a reason, like, oh man, that's pretty cool. Let me, I want to see that. And instead of going to YouTube again, just give me a damn interactive menu screen, please.
Like, imagine if you buy the Godzilla King of the Monsters Steelbook, you will be the first one that gets to see the Godzilla vs. Kong trailer. Like, imagine that. I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Hell yeah. They give you, like, a special code to go to a website on a certain day. Yes, sir. Give it to me.
Or, like, you enter in this code and you see it early, but then it would leak. Or, like, they will, like, send you, like when it's available to watch, like how if you buy Universal's movies now, they show their trailers of their movies coming out. Like, that would be cool. As I'm watching it, the trailer will play for Godzilla vs. Kong,
I think I said that on this podcast or another podcast before, but it messed me up. I forgot what movie I put on to watch. And
You told me it was Jurassic World.
It was, right? Yeah, and all of a sudden they showed a trailer that the movie wasn't even in theaters yet. The trailer just came out, and I'm like, wait, what? What? And it messed me up, but it was just because, the internet, it links, everything's connected. They take your identification. I'm telling you, people, it's a wacky, weird world we live in. Let's go storm Area 51. Don't do that. Terrible idea. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Don't age face. Don't do the age swap thing. The aging.
Stay away from it. The FBI it has that shit under investigation.
The Russians.
Oh man,
the Exilians.
Yeah, it's an invasion. Exit. Oh, all right. Look, dude, real quick, because we're gonna wrap this up in a bit. I want to touch upon real quick. Last week was G-Fest, and they premiered a video game, a kaiju fighter that came out, and they premiered it at G-Fest. And we spoke about it a little bit last week on the podcast, but now, because we didn't know what was going on yet, now it's out and about. I've seen some stuff. Chase has sent me some stuff, and all I saw in this, I gotta be honest, I was like, what the fuck? The monsters were fighting, and one of the monsters, in the middle of the match, just ripped the other monster's head off. Like, straight fatality. And I was like, whoa, wait, what? You could do that? I'm sold, people. I like stuff like that. I can't help it. I was talking about last week, if I could take a building and smash it in the other monster's face, or a tree and stuff it down its mouth. But you could rip another monster's head off in mid-match? Give it to me, please. Thank you very much. So, Chase, do we got anything else about this game? Anything else that was released? More details?
Yeah, there was a little article here that was posted. 13 AM Games reveals Dawn of the Monsters. 13 AM Games has revealed Dawn of the Monsters as their next project, a 2.5D couch co-op brawling action game.
Whoa.
This next game from Runbow and Double Cross developer will let up to 4 players set out on a worldwide tour of destruction created with 2.5D graphics that take inspiration from Mike Magnolia's work. As a cast of kaiju monsters, you must defeat the Nephilim. I don't know why there's Darksiders reference there, but a horde of monsters that are hell-bent on destroying the planet. That will challenge you to conquer 4 unique worlds to unlock the Maw, which will offer an endless onslaught of kaiju brawls.
Ooh.
Dawn of the Monsters will release in 2020 with platforms to be announced at a later date. But the platforms that have been announced have been consoles. So like Xbox, PlayStation, da-da-da-da.
All right, so this is a legitimate company release. Like, this is happening. This isn't nothing that I need to buy a PC for and get it on Steam. This is happening. Like, I'm going to get this on my Xbox, on my PlayStation.
Well, you can't really play a couch co-op game on a PC, can you?
See, and that's that. See, and there's my ignorance. Hey, there's that word again. There's my ignorance to the PC.
Did you hear it just whisper by?
Yeah. I'm excited, dude. It sounds awesome. It sounds awesome. I like the idea that you defeat all the worlds and stuff, and it opens up the endless. That means horde matches. I love horde mode. So, yeah, dude. One of the things I'll tell you. Street Fighter Alpha 3, I believe it was. I'm pretty sure Street Fighter Alpha 3 had like a survival mode. It was just so good. It was so good. And the only port that did that, I think, was the original PlayStation, because the Dreamcast... Oh, it might have been the Dreamcast. It might have been the Dreamcast port, because everything else after that... And I have that game like 2 other times, 3 other times, and I never had... It was called World Tour. It was called World Tour. It wasn't there. It wasn't the same. It didn't feel right. So I like this idea with monsters, mashing up cities, and just man, I'm down. I'm in for it, bro. I really am. I'll pay $60 for this. I'm pretty sure it'll be a $40 game, but I'm still down regardless.
Yeah, and from the sounds of it, it doesn't sound like it's going to be like a $60 game. It sounds like it's going to be like a $14, $15 game that you can buy and just play on your like digital store, what it looks like. But who knows? There was slated to be a trailer on July 12th, but it's the 18th, and I have not seen a trailer yet. So
I think because they were going to do that at G-Fest, they might have lost their luggage, maybe.
Yeah, it could have been an exclusive. Oh wait. The trailer's right here.
You see what I'm saying?
Never mind.
All right. Well, I guess we'll post a link to the trailer down below in the description. You see, we don't do these things here on the G Show podcast. Y'all know that. I don't be like, please share this video, send it to your friends and family. We don't do that shit. We just talk to you. If you're a Godzilla fan, you're here for a reason, to hear us spiel Godzilla stuff, and I'm proud and appreciative that you're with us. But so yeah, dude, we'll put the link in the description.
The links to the trailer and the panel.
Yeah, we'll do that. They got a panel thing too?
Yeah, they have the G-Fest panel right here too.
Oh shit, dude, yeah, you gotta send me that before I post this thing, because I want to watch that tonight. God damn.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That is cool. Speaking of panels, and we're gonna end it here. We're gonna wrap it up with this. Speaking of panels, ladies and gentlemen, again, we started off the top of the show. It is Comic Con. It is Comic Con, and Toho has a booth at Comic Con. Not only do they have a booth, but apparently they just a couple of days ago, this week in fact, created an American official Godzilla Instagram and Twitter feed. Like, officially, for us English-speaking audiences, because they did have a Japanese one. Chase had ran that by me before, laughing at me like, you sucker, they already had one. And I was like, really, what? But that was all in Japanese, and you had to hit the translate button. This is straight up English. This is for us. Everybody out there speaks English, I should say. And I just literally, about 2 hours ago, signed up to the Instagram page, because I don't do Twitter. Signed up to the Instagram one. And, yeah, they only have about maybe 6 photos up on there right now, but they did do a live stream of, and I cannot, and you know me, I always butcher these names, so I'm not even going to try it, but one of the prominent Japanese Godzilla artists, and I mean, like, you guys know who I'm talking about. I want to say his name is like Shinji or Shinji. You know who I'm talking about. I'm not even going to do it, but he was there. He does amazing Godzilla work, and everybody has seen this work before. They had him. They were live streaming at Comic Con. He was doing a wall mural of Godzilla and like all of the classic monsters around it. It was unbelievable, and they live streamed him doing it, or really just finishing it off. But to me, bro, that's a really cool introduction to Godzilla. That's a really cool, to me, introduction for Toho. They're not there to promote a movie. They're not there to get into Hall H. They have a booth, and it's for Godzilla and Godzilla only. And I think this is actually a great way to start and jump off if they're going to do this Godzilla global brand. So, I mean, have you had a chance to check any one of the Instagram or Twitter feeds?
Yeah, I've been seeing a few. And just to give you the namesake, his name is Shinji Nishikawa.
That's it. You all know who I'm talking about. Shinji Nishikawa. You know it. He is fantastic. And he was live streaming. I'm watching him right before we started the podcast paint a mural on the wall at San Diego Comic Con. If I was there, I would have kissed the man's feet. I don't care. I would have done it. I'd have bowed down, kissed his feet. It's what it is. It's what it is. I loved it.
But yeah, I've noticed some of the panels and stuff they've been doing. They have a lot. They're showing Godzilla figures from NECA, and Chronicle Collectibles has new figures, and there's some other Tamashii Nation stuff they're going to be revealing apparently.
And this is all in the Toho booth? This is all going to happen in the Toho booth?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Holy crap.
And they have just a whole bunch of stuff. They announced some other Godzilla figures today too from a company. I don't remember what they were named. Let's see if I can find it just for a sec, because I have it right here. It is the Art Spirits Hyper Solid series.
Yeah, I never heard of that. Okay, that wasn't what I was thinking of, but okay.
Yeah, I wasn't either, but they're coming out with figures that are coming out in December. They have a Rodan, they have a King Ghidorah figure, and a Godzilla figure.
I did see the X Plus stuff, and I enjoyed it. They did I think 2 versions of Kong from Skull Island that I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
They have a nice big X Plus Godzilla figure, and then they have those like I don't know, with like little mutate looking, Godzilla and Kong figures. I think a Skullcrawler might have been in there too. But I was digging it, I really was. And dude, look, as a comic book fan and shit, I've never been to that Comic Con. I've been to New York Comic Con, but to go to San Diego Comic Con, especially if Toho is going to do this again next year, I might have to make that trip. It's not far from me. It's 5 hours. I might have to make that trip just to go to that Toho booth, because today they're dropping the toys and stuff. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, which is Friday, in terms of when we're recording this. And then we don't know what's going to happen Saturday and Sunday. Who knows? Maybe Toho has something up their sleeve in form of a trailer. I'm just saying, maybe get the Kong versus Godzilla, Godzilla versus Kong trailer. I don't know, Chase. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. Going back full circle.
Maybe. But I can't get over that NECA figure. They're showing off NECA figure for 1964 Godzilla, and I'm gonna be honest, right off the back, I don't like it.
Yeah, I saw it. It looks a little chubby.
Yeah.
It's yeah, but it's what it is. I'm pretty sure it's out there floating around in the internet, G-Show land. You can go check that out. It'll be floating around. But dude, let me tell you something, man. We're gonna wrap this one up. Nice, short, sweet. And yeah, that'll do it for this edition of Godzilla Block Party. I want to thank, of course, you, Brother Chase, for being here with me.
Oh, absolutely.
And I want to thank all y'all for hanging out with us for this hour. And if for any reason we do, by some miracle, get a Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, we'll be back over the weekend to talk about it. We will definitely break it down. Not break it down, but we will definitely give our reactions to it. But that all being said, I am G1. This is the Godzilla Block Party. We're out of here. Peace.